Hello everybody. In today's episodes we're going to be diving into the magical realm of the five elements in Chinese energetic medicine systems. And these five elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. They're basically like a secret code within your body, and we kind of carry each element in a certain way, but some people have dominant elements in their constitution. So we're going to be discussing how you can get a little bit more aware of these elements in nature, in emotions, seasons, and so on. I'm also going to be sharing some practical tips to balance some of these elements out. So grab your notebook and pen and let's discuss these elements. And let's go through them in an very easy peasy way for you to understand them. So get cozy and let's begin. The next element is going to be earth, and it deals with boundaries, how you bond with people. Earth is stability, groundness, right? Like you ground yourself on earth. Is late summer, early autumn, so like around this time. It's time for harvesting. So it is how we feel nurtured and how we nurture others. The color of the element is yellow. The sound is like a singing voice, and the emotion is sympathy and worry. It's almost like a mother that cares for their kid like a child, right? They're always kind of worried and they have sympathy for what they're experiencing on earth, like our earth mother that cares for us so greatly, and we treat her like grab-a-doodle. Anyways, don't get me sad. The planet of earth is Saturn. This is an interesting one because Saturn deals with order and boundaries, right? Like a mother's gonna tell you how to do things, how to, like, what are the boundaries, where you can go, where you can't go, what you can do and cannot do, right? So you don't hurt yourself. And it's also teaching you about responsibility and maturity. It is our karmatic teacher, Saturn is. It brings lessons and challenges that is necessary for our spiritual growth and development. And it is almost like a cause and effect karmatic planet. So it encourages you to do a lot of shadow work, a lot of like inner work. These people constitution is usually very square, like Saturn, square. You know that saying that says, don't be a square. I don't know, this is like an old thing, but like people used to be like, don't be a square when you didn't want to do things that were out of your comfort. Well, there you go, Saturn, boundaries. Don't be a square. His body shows up as like a person that has a short neck and short body, short fingers, and usually square face shape, like very square. Their dominant traits tends to be also strong muscles, and they can have digestive issues or they can have a really good digestion and good appetite. Their complexions tends to be in the yellow side, not jaundice, but like a little bit more olive yellow color. People that have a earthy constitution tend to thrive in like autumn and winter. And the organs that are in play here are the stomach and the spleen. So it's our digestive system. I know that in Western medicine we don't really talk about the spleen that much, but in Chinese medicine the spleen is a big deal, and it deals a lot with blood production and nourishment in our bodies. So somebody that has a very balanced earth element can be somebody that is they live like in a very quiet and peaceful life. Okay, these people are easygoing, they're generous, they're forgiving. Like think about like your greatest friend that is like always forgiving your mistakes. That's most likely an earth person. They tend to be sincere and they want good people around because it deals with boundaries and nurturing. They can also adapt to like a lot of changing situations, like earth adapts to all the seasons and changes in weather. And a little bit of the disharmony on this can be like somebody that's very motherly, that like wants to mother everybody. A young earth person is constantly worrying. They're always becoming suspicious of people. They're like, they don't really trust people that much. They're a bit self-centered because of this untrustiness. They prefer doing things by themselves. They prefer doing it because they know that they're gonna do it right. They tend to have like feel a little bit of empty inside because they don't feel nurtured, nor do they nurture others. Basically, they lack this aspect of asking for help because they don't trust anybody. So this people need to let go of this worry and defensiveness. They need to be more trusting of others, a little bit more open-minded in that sense, and let themselves get nurtured. They need to come out of their shells, and they should replace like these negative thoughts of suspicion with positive affirmations. Like if you're constantly saying like, oh my god, this person's gonna hurt me, like change that up. And it might be life that like led them to be this way, but not everybody's the same. So I think it's important to let go of those kinds of suspicions to live like a healthy, balanced life. The young earth person is somebody that's gonna be clingy to others, is going to be codependent and possessive in a way. They're gonna be the friend that doesn't, or like the partner that like literally wants to have you all the time with them, that doesn't want to let you go because they need codependence. They tend to dominate with passive aggressiveness, so they are very domineering, and this person needs to work on their inner strength. They need to work on their fears and insecurities and learn to be alone and create boundaries, because these are the people that will get hurt a million times and won't see it because they're codependent on that person. So become emotionally independent is the key for this. To balance this earth element, you would want to eat a lot of warming and cooked foods, okay? So avoid cold and raw foods. No raw salads and stuff like that. No, cook your veggies. You want to eat a lot of root vegetables because you know earth, sweet potatoes, beets, and things that grow on in the earth, inside the earth. They want to support their body with dates and gingers and stuff like that. These people need to like have a regular eating schedule. They want to make sure that they're chewing their food mindfully, and when they're eating they want to like kind of like be mindful of what they're eating and what they're eating and how they're eating. So eating digestion, remember, and to avoid any late night eating. They also need to practice a lot of grounding exercises, like being on earth, walking around, being in their bodies, because worry tends to have you like all over the place, not in your body. So tends like grounding exercises that's going to bring you back to your body. And the resolution for emotional imbalance is going to be boundaries and service. So if you think that you lack a little bit of this earth energy, do some kind of volunteering work to grow this aspect of earth, okay? And then the most important task for this element is going to be caring, okay? Caring for others, caring for yourself. The generating cycle that I spoke about, this one is a little strange, but earth is going to generate metal. So because metal grows inside of earth, it is producing or generating metal, which is the next element. So this is through compression, heat, and mineralization. You create metals, precious metals that are, you know, worth a lot. So earth creates this metal aspect and metal element, which is our next element in the cycle.